And now, our feature presentation.
You know who I am?
I've seen you before. You're the asshole on TV.
Make a quit on that rip as I flip the script.
From the script.
You know I'll flip.
You tuned in to Flip the Script, cause fuck all that other shit. Phil G the Knowbody. You're listening to Greystoke, Mateo, Dave Rock, and the one and only DJ Reality. Get your bars up, cause I don't like it. Fuckers.
It's the top of the hour. Time for your favorite morning man. What's the matter? You've never seen a shock jock before?
Tales from the flip. What the fuck is good, flippers? It's your boy Phil G the Knowbody. You all tuned in to Flip the Script Radio. Motherfucking Flip the Script. May 24th, 2017, when the kitchen room had in Molecules, you know what I'm saying? Digging into crates, family, all that. I think he came in from the Bronx, if I'm not mistaken. But you know what I'm saying? He definitely holds it down. Ridiculously in-depth, dope interview, you know what I'm saying? I chopped it up. You know how I do. Dope joints. I think he freestyles, you know what I'm saying? We got it all for you tonight. Definitely dope sets in the mix. Best of DJ Reality. Best of motherfucking Flip the Script Radio. You already know how we do. And check out the new site, flipthescriptradio.org. You know what I'm saying? Tales from the Flip, live from the motherfucking morgue. Broadcasting from the dungeon. All that bullshit y'all talking don't mean nothing. Another big shout to Night Boogie. Another big shout to Kaheem. Another big shout to Greystoke. And all my folks out there, you know what I'm saying? We got some shit for you tonight, so just keep it locked, flippers. Molecules. Flip the Script Radio, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Keep it locked. Don't forget, every Wednesday night, 8 to 11. Tune in right there, no folks. Doubt. Every one of these episodes, I'm gonna hit you with sets from 2015, 2016, 2017. Nah, I mean, all different sets mashed up. Best of DJ Reality, unless otherwise noted. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we got guest DJs, Soul Buck, M-Ski, goes on and on. Come on, Chaos, big up Artifacts. But no doubt, Molecules tonight. You're tuned in to motherfucking Flip the Script, Tales from the Flip Radio. Make sure you check out flipthescriptradio.org. Stay tuned into the motherfucking more. Alright? Keep it locked, flippers.
Oh shit, you one of those sick.
You want to run down the chat room again, man? They've been hanging in there.
They've been hanging in there.
Hanging tight. So
yo, Flacca still in there. Chechi La Prieta, Zodi, Nell 69. Glenroy's still hanging out with us.
Glenroy.
Phil G the Knowbody, salute, bro.
Glenn, order a pizza.
Cypher Face still in there.
Hey, hold up, stop real quick. Pause. Tales from the Flip every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with host Phil G the Script Keeper.
And he does a great job.
Awesome job playing the FTSR archives, man. So check him out every Sunday, 7 to 9 p.m. on Mixler.com. That's Flip the Script Radio, Mixler.com. Let's go.
And this show was sponsored by the Secret Scientist Lab.
Yes.
This show is sponsored by
111 Fuck You Boulevard.
This show is sponsored by Massengill Feminine Wash and Thousand Islands Dressing.
This show is sponsored
They both contain vinegar.
Sponsored by Jojoba Shampoo.
Sponsored by Lab Coats.
That's Jojoba. Remember that shampoo back in the day that had the beer in it?
No.
Let's go way back now.
No, we don't remember that.
What was the name of that shit? It was like Pert. It had like beer in it.
Somebody lied to you as a child.
No, because we
that
had
was your
it.
dad. He was like, see, pass me a beer while I use the
My father was like, pass me the shampoo because I need it for the hair. I'm going to wash the hair very much grease. Too much grease. It smells like, not good. Women's not like him.
Smell like a falafel.
It smell like a kibbe.
I'm sorry, Matt. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, man.
Smell like a shawarma.
Matt looks like he wants to punch all of us in the face.
Apologize to the chat room, not to me.
Go ahead, man.
Good, man, good.
Misanthropic altruist is in there. I like saying that.
Say that again.
Myth. Ah, you fucked up the
I went
second
Mike
time.
Tyson on it. Misanthropic altruist.
You gonna rape her?
This is loaded, Chris.
Now kiss.
They lying, yo. I do a terrible job. Big shout to Mike G for tuning in. Keep it locked, especially Naima. Big shout to Night Boogie, my partner in crime and rhyme. Omnivores Part 2 is a little bit overdue. If I survive this motherfucking hurricane season, just give me a reason to believe in I. Yo, keep it locked, Flippers. Molecules tonight, goddammit. Radio's talking tonight, Boogie. Don't front like you can't hear it. I know you hear me, Night Boogie. I know you hear me. Every time that I rhyme, yo, this shit gets dramatic. I get cut off at Night Boogie, just hear static. He can't hear me rapping right now, he hears nothing. Serve 69, Iron Sheik, I ain't frontin', yo. Big shout to motherfucking beat nuts. Big shout to the ladies who ain't sluts. My girl Naima. Hey, girl, I gotta stop frontin' like you don't have my number, girl. You know you be sending me them pictures every night. Alright, let me chill. Cause I don't be disrespecting my wife like some people.
Now when I get up, brainstorm, better run for shelter. Yo, it's not my fault.
Phil G, B-boy, E-N-E-A, all day. Italy, Queens, New York connection. It's that hip-hop perfection. Shut the fuck up because you ain't ready for this show, no way. You ain't ready for this verse, where you at? I'm 40s and dust plus the 90s kid. It's nice when I'm smooth, but stay off the dwick. I'm Ali Tyson, just move and stick. Don't step into the ring, ice roll, you can't blink. Respect the leopard king, move swift as ice picks. Crooked icicles break ice, I'm nice kid. I talk a lot of shit, but got respect for my bitch, so talk slick, you gonna feel the heat from the fifth. Ignorant, but never innocent. Nobody's known for killing shit. Type to swig the shit, you little bitch taking midget sips. Halftime like Eclipse. Keep my name out your mouth or I'll cut off your lips. I keep it funky though. I make your chick move her hips. Pull out my dick, introduce it to her lips. Don't be mad, be glad like Baggy said that good shit. Never trying to undermine, stay inclined. I'm on that E-N-E-A-B boy shit. Piece the C-S night C. We next kid, I'm the boss raw. Go ahead and front, bitch. And motherfuckers know you ain't down with the click. What the fuck, man? Come on.
Yo, what up, Phil G? Yeah, my flow is hairy, son. I'm hand solo. I did the catch the running under one, and that was slow-mo. Chewbacca shotgun around with dodging popo. Throwing shots and boxing, dropping homos. Rock'em shockin' robots like I dropped out of an 80s toy store. You only roll with a flock of chirping chicks from the block. Talking slick like you hot, think you the shit, but you not. I drink a fifth on the spot and chase the shit with a shot of vodka. Take a piss on your wallet, beef with your dick at your girl, slide 'em slobbering drunk. Rolling up something funky, but guarding the pip, I'm puffing, starting some shit with a sucker. My dicks equipped with a saddle for bitches to straddle. Heavily handle beef like a cattle prod. Lean on my cock and balls, now you in shock and awe. About to fall like nuclear war, before you get dropped like your jaw. After I spit it, this raw. Had it with y'all, sick of the hype. Next hip to the step to spit it, get hit with a pipe. Hit Jagger licking the mic. Shit, that get you rolling stone. Beat you up and stomp on your head like a mortal yawn. That's how we do when we get it on.
You know how the fuck we do. Omnivores all day. You just revealed to us how you think me and filling your titties, how you feeling us. Fill the vibe, fill the rock, fill the bus, omnivores. Troglodytes, metal bars, ridiculous. ICSD, I'm 3 times dope and a Nicholas. Nice long word. And dumb people know they're not invited. Where's the marijuana at? Don't hide it. You got it lighted. You light it, hit it. You hit it, pass it. Hold on, hit it again. Your eyes don't look like glass yet. That's it. Ladies love me like a fat Brad Pitt, cause I don't brown nose and buy your bitch clothes. I grab tits with me. What you see is what you get, and you got 20/20 vision if you see an animal that eats the alphabet. Souped up like clam chowder. You're gonna need some more manpower. No regular mortal man can withstand our techniques. I'm not someone you should let speak. I'm here for the long haul. You ain't making it past next week.
It's kinda foul how we keep killing them. Twist the white out insignium. Easy white, a Philly Titan, might stealing on them. A threat to your squadron. Word to D Major. Salute to my troops and staff sergeant. The strategy is, I beg your pardon, kick down the doors, floors, walls, and we just barge in. We close it and decrease the margin. Get ready for loss, we can't lose. With the crabs in the bottom. Compressed gunpowder at the end of a burning fuse. Rotten apples is bad news plotting. Try to protect your neck with a knot noose. Obtuse shouts consecutively. Shoot 10 men where they stood, stand, so think again. I'm the voice will blaze with bullies and belligerent. Rep this hip-hop shit to the death, so call us militant. We still in it, forever you're indebted. Compared to us, you're all pathetic. Don't make us set it. I promise it is not a threat, you will regret it. Forever you're indebted. Compared to us, you're all pathetic. Don't make us set it. It's a promise, not a threat, you will regret it. Motherfuckers. Alright, we're taking you back to the motherfucking kitchen room. May 24th, 2017, when the homie Molecules came through. I believe he came through from the Bronx. Got that joint with motherfucking Showbiz, DITC, all of that. He's gonna tell you everything, though, if you didn't hear it. Keep that shit locked, goddammit. Flip the Script Radio. Tell him, Stokes. Tell him, Stokes. FTSR You're listening to Flip the Script Radio and Tales from the Flip, bringing you the best of DJ seriality, the best of boom bap.
Flip the Script Radio. Guess what we got in the building, y'all?
Yeah.
Molecules in the building,
There
y'all.
it is.
Wrap it up one
No
time.
doubt.
That's real applause, by the way.
Yeah, we got a room full of people. It sounds like a stadium.
Yes.
No doubt.
They're all sitting in C's beard.
Here we go.
I'm here.
So what do you think, man? What do you think of the beautiful brick city surroundings?
Man, I like this, man. I'm coming back. Excuse me, they feeding me and everything. I'm in here eating pizza and all that.
Yeah.
He's been here 12 minutes. He's coming back already.
Man, I'm coming back with
why
my
not?
team, my brethren, Chucky Smash, CeeLo the Dice Man, the Legion team. We coming back up in here, man.
Okay.
Glad you're having a good time, man.
Word up.
Note to self, order food.
Yeah.
I'm a big dude. Yeah, order some food.
Definitely.
But they got boxes of pizza in here, man. I'm in here stuffing my face, man.
We got my man BB over there. See him in the chair as his legs don't hit the floor. He's back there behind us.
Yeah.
He eat us out of house and home. Anyway, man, welcome to Flip the Script Radio, man. We're glad to have you.
Man, I'm glad to be here, man.
All right. So, what's the deal, man? What's I see you doing the circuit. You know, making the radio rounds and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
man.
good.
We dropped this joint on Friday, man, and it's being well received, man. So people are reaching out and Sway and the different radio formats.
That's good, man. And we were playing some of the joints for a minute, like since I started getting them. We were running them here. So when the Clips hit me up, shout out to DJ Clips.
DJ Clips, that's my man.
He's in the chat room. He's a lovely young man.
What's up, kid? What's up, kid?
Yeah, man. So let the listeners know, man. Give them some history of yourself. How the whole thing came together.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go back. You want me to go back, or you want me to just go to the Bronx Tale? How you want me to do?
Hey,
this?
man, just
Take us back. Take us back.
A little history.
I'm gonna give y'all some history.
Let them know you're not new to this.
All right, I'm from this group called the Legion out of the Bronx, and we were discovered by my man Drez from Black Sheep, and I'll go back even a little further. Chi Ali, that's like my family. Me and his brother Ray. Me and Ray grew up together, and around the time a little situation happened with Ray where he wasn't going to be around for a hot second, so it was like, yo, hold baby bro down. I was like, all right, I got Chi will run with me, so Chi was sliding into the music game a little bit. Like me and him, we both knew baby Chris Lighty. Me and Chris went to high school together.
Oh, for real. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to Chris. So Chi was getting his situation brewing, and he was becoming part of Native Tongue. and he introduced me to Drez before Drez and them record even dropped. And me and Drez formed a good friendship. Me and Drez started running together and all that and hanging out. Next thing you know, they dropped a record, you know, Flavor of the Month. It started popping.
I made a little noise at one time.
Made a little noise.
A little record.
But
a little bit.
Yeah, but when That Choice Is Yours joint came out.
Never heard it.
Man.
Man. Classic.
We went all over the place when that record dropped.
You know what? That's another record that people don't mention when they talk about like all these classic records. I guess a lot of people just weren't there, but Wolf in Sheep's Clothing is like
man.
Similac Child, all those joints.
Yeah, man.
Quick little story about that song. I was in Cali at the time when that came out. I was at a club right on the main Ave, Hollywood on Boulevard, called Florentine Gardens. All right, now I thought they wasn't up on it. That song came on, everybody went down like in the video. And jumped up. I was like, oh man, this song is bigger than I thought.
Yeah, man. And we didn't even know it was gonna go down like that. But when we shot the video, I don't know who said it. It might have been Drez, but when it was like engine, we all just dropped down, and then we was like, pick it up. Everybody started jumping. And when the video came out, it was like we would go do shows. Because I was on the road with him,
right?
And I used to be like, damn, the whole crowd is just jumping when that part comes.
I've seen about 600 fights pop off when that part when that part comes.
Shout out to the Muse, the Octagon.
Yeah, all those spots. Yeah.
Where
home base.
All that. Yeah, all those spots. Yeah, we used to tour all them joints, and then somewhere at the end of the night, we ended up making it over to the tunnel or something like that.
Oh boy.
You know, so yeah, man. So we used to do that run, and then somewhere in there, I used to Drez used to play around with me, be like, "Yo, come on, Q, come kick a freestyle or whatever." And I never was a MC or anything like that. I didn't consider myself. I was always like a producer, you know,
behind the scenes
type guy or whatever. So he played with me, put me on the spot. And when I came out, I spit something, and the crowd was feeling it.
Oh, word.
So we ended up doing that on the tour. Like
nice.
I think, matter of fact, we was on tour with Ice Cube at the time.
Okay.
So when we came back to New York to do the Apollo, that place was packed, and they had like all the entertainers at the time, big names
at the time.
You know, Naughty by Nature, Tretch was there. You know, Nice and Smooth, Bismarck. There was a bunch of artists on stage, and I was the only one on stage with them that wasn't signed.
Wow.
But I was, you know, on my fly guy street shit.
Yeah, you were working your way up. Right.
So they passed me the mic. Somebody from the label. At the end of it, after I spit, the crowd response was good, and they was like, "Yo, who's the big dude with the Pele on?"
Oh boy!
And then
I got one in the closet somewhere.
And the 8-ball jacket.
Yeah, and Drez was like, "Yo, that's my man Q's. You know, he spit." So then when Drez came to me and was like, "Yo, they want to mess with you, man. You know, let's put something together." And I don't know. I didn't really want to rap. I didn't want to be a solo artist. I just wanted to do the beats.
You weren't big on the limelight? Is that what it was? Or wasn't what you were after?
Nah, I was a play the back kind of guy.
Right.
And then you know, I was like, I got my team. You know, they spit, and you know that was Chucky Smash and CeeLo.
Right.
So we went in, we did a light little demo, and then we ended up going back on the road. And then when we came back, they was ready to sign us. They signed us, and then. What's so crazy, the first song we did when we went in was Jingle Jangle.
That was Mercury, right?
Mercury Polygram, yeah. We signed to Mercury Polygram.
Wow.
And the first song we went in and did was Jingle Jangle.
And you know what? Like when you talk about record deals nowadays, you know, people kind of so many indies, and you know, no disrespect to the indies, like that's all we got at this point.
Yeah.
But you know, you're talking early '90s major label deal.
That was a big thing.
It was a big, and it wasn't easy to accomplish.
Nah, it wasn't.
You know what I mean? So. Most of the people, including myself, that have dealt with record labels got, you know, shitty deals, and you know. So was that did they treat you guys right, or was it?
Yeah, I can't really.
It wasn't a wild pitch.
Nah, I can't really complain. Yeah, wild pitch. Right? Oh my God. It wasn't I can't complain. It wasn't a bad experience. It was just it was a shift around the time when our album was coming out, and Mercury was crossing over from putting out hip hop R&B music to kind of trying to turn the label into like a country type of thing.
Oh boy.
Cause
the beginning of the end.
Yeah, it was. And it didn't just. I could sound like the disgruntled rapper, but it wasn't even just us. Like I was in the sweep. Ed O.G., Diamond D.
Yeah, I was gonna say Diamond put the hatred, passions, whatever that wasn't worked right at all.
Nah,
record,
man. I think the last record that popped that was rap over there was Blase East is in the house. Oh my God, Danger. Like, but around the time the shift was coming and we were walking in the hallway, bumping into Billy Ray Cyrus and all them type of artists, and it was like they were there before us. But they was really like, you know what? We about to get rid of all this hip hop, R&B, and even like Vanessa Williams, Brian McKnight. Everybody was kind of getting.
Yeah, I remember when and I think actually Eclipse. I think years ago we talked about they recorded the joint for it might have been Geffen.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they just fired like the entire.
Yeah, it was.
They used to call it Black Music Department, or Urban, whatever you want to call it.
Clean sweep.
And it was crazy. I was like, anybody that, and you know, I don't want to get on the racial card, but it was like, you Black and Hispanic.
Yeah.
Get that out of here. Pushing this white agenda right now, and that's how it felt.
Wow.
Because it was, and I mean, talking like even like Joe was popping at the time at the label, and he ended up getting. He left and went over the job.
That's what I'm saying. Like it seemed like it's so strange that they did that because it was like shit was really happening at the time for a lot of those artists.
Yeah, that was my disgruntled part. Like, dad, man, we come in here and all this is going.
Yeah.
In the beginning when we got there, it was cool, but then as it was time to drop the album and it just got crazy up there, man. I was like, damn.
How did things get when you guys dropped that single, that Legion Groove single?
Oh
that
was we got
that's my joint right there.
Yeah, we got love when that came out, man.
That was big.
And it's so crazy. At that time, it was some guys trying to do a little crossover records, and Jingle Jangle was just straight hard, and that's all we were sticking to.
Did you guys produce that?
I did that in Showbiz crib.
That shit's crazy. We had Psycho Les was here last week.
Yeah,
and I meant to bring that. I just wanted to get his opinion on that record because it's another slept on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It was necessary.
The video with the Range Rover, the old school Range Rover.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted one of them things back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh man. So fast forward.
Yeah.
You know, to where we are now. Exactly. What's going on?
Only a little bit of history, by the way.
Just a little bit.
I just wanted to give y'all that, like how it started, and back then, and even to how me and Show how this project even came about, because like back before the records dropped, like Black Sheep, Nice and Smooth, Brand Nubians, Show and AG, we all ran together. We all, came up at the same time, and they was dropping records and getting deals at the same time. And me and Show been friends for a long time.
Shout out to Showbiz, man. That dude is like, I mean, I think he like teach Primo how to use like the MP.
It's possible, man, because Show been at the beat thing for a long time. He definitely taught me how to work the 12. He taught me how to do the SP 1200 in his crib in the Bronx, and he was teaching me. I was doing Jingle Jangle.
Wow,
word,
crazy.
Yeah,
that's some history.
Runaway Slave is when you
he put us on that record. The Legions in the house. Yeah,
and we come and out.
Yeah,
I know that. I'm old. I know. Anyway,
yeah.
But the new joint, the name of it is Bronx Tale, right?
Bronx Tale, yeah, man.
And like I like it because it's got that feel, but it doesn't without sounding dated. You know what I mean? So it's updated and it's but it's still the boom bap is there. Of course.
Exactly.
So how did it come about, man? What's the story with that?
Again, I'm gonna go back just a little bit. 95. Show had a solo situation with Sony, and he asked me to do a song on the project, and the song was called Revenge.
That's my joint right there.
Yeah, and when we did Revenge, he ended up putting it out later on, like I think in China or Japan or something like that. So the record never came out. So fast forward to like recent time, I'm not really on social media, but I was getting word that people been talking about that song Revenge, and I came to Show. I said, yo man, I'm hearing it's bubbling, people asking about it. I said, let's shoot a video, even though the song is old. Let's shoot a video for it and see what happens. So We shot the video.
New to somebody.
Yeah, and you know, something Primo told me, man. He said a hot song, hot beat, hot lyrics has no expiration. You know,
that is true.
Shit is
it's
true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the companies that put age limits on stuff. And that's we don't buy into that.
If I would have told somebody I did that song is older than you, they wouldn't believe me. So when we shot the video, and the feedback came back even more, like yo, we saw the new video, yo, the joint is hot.
Word.
So one day, me and Show was sitting in headquarters, and I said, yo, man, people were saying, yo, man, want y'all work on the album? I said, man, let's do a little EP, man, do a couple songs and see, you know, what's the feedback, what we feeling.
Now let me ask you, because I know a lot of people like our age, from our era, it's hard to get motivated to do something in today's climate because you feel like, where's it gonna go? Who's gonna hear it? But you'd be surprised when you put stuff out. It's just the feedback. Is that where you kind of like a little reluctant at first, or were you like, let's just put it out there and see what happens?
Yeah, at first I kind of sat on it, man, because we was working on the Legion album, right? And the Legion album was supposed to come out first, and then as we was finishing up the Legion album, me and Show started that Bronx Tale project. And then the distribution situation with the Legion thing didn't go the way it's supposed to go.
Is this recent with the Legion thing? Or
yeah, this is recent.
So you guys are going to do some Legion shit.
We got a Legion album ready.
Well, make sure that gets some. Well, you can feature that Eclipse.
We like
get that because he sent you to us. So, so make sure you come here next.
Yo, Eclipse gonna get it. Y'all right after him, man. Y'all right after him. That's on deck. So when matter of fact, I think Bad Guy featuring my man Money Ray, that might have been the first beat, the first song me and Show worked on. We did that, and then we just was in the zone. I was like, yo, Show, come on, keep feeding me that fire. And
now is this stuff that these joints that Showbiz had laying around and you were like, yo, I need that, or were they like pretty fresh for the project?
Some of it, like I know Methadone Rap, like he had just worked on that. That's the song with the Legion, and that
I've been playing that one.
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm trying to think, I think Bad Guy might have been something he had cooked up already, and he played it for me, and I was like, yo, that's fire right there, man. Like, let me get that.
And that's the joint, that's the Money Ray joint, right?
Yeah, that's the joint with Money Ray. Yeah.
And Molecule, we just want to know, like, the Showbiz let you in the vault. In the vault.
Yo, man, yo, Show, when we started working, he pulled the arsenal out for me, man. He was like, yo, whatever. It's still crazy. He was like, because he's, you know, I produce as well, so he was like, yo, come on, man, we gonna do the beats together. I said, nah, man, you gonna do the whole thing, and I'm gonna write, and we gonna bang this out.
Which we repeated a lot, but that's a rare thing that you get consistency throughout the whole album with the same producer.
We always mention that. Anytime we've had a guest that's come through that did an album that had, you know, the same producer, all, because you know that formula of like beats from this guy and that guy, and that, I mean, sometimes it works, but it's very inconsistent. I like to hear something that's done by, you know, that's you and his project. That's not somebody else's, you know.
It's almost like flipping a comic book and seeing the different artists on every page.
Yeah.
You want to see that consistency throughout the whole thing.
Exactly.
So we got the album, man. We want to play a couple joints off for people that haven't heard. So we'll let you select them.
Man, let's do it, man. We started off at the top, Bad Guy, featuring Money Ray.
So this is all obviously produced by Showbiz.
All produced by Showbiz.
All right, so let's get into it. And the chat room, man, they're loving the conversation, man. We got to get you in there. You can talk to the people.
Yeah, I'm here, man. Y'all holler, man. Holler at me, man. Y'all want to talk?
There it is. You heard it right there.
So
I just punched Dave in the chest, by the way, off that joint right there.
A little fight broke out.
Yeah, a little fight broke out
in the kitchen room. That just, you know, it's one of them joints. So.
Yeah.
Nah,
I was kicking BB in the shin.
BB just mule kicked C-Reality.
BB gave me a flying jump kick off the kitchen table.
You can't play shit like that around here.
Hit you in the hip.
Word. Yeah, that's a banger, man. That's chat room was digging it. They were like, "Ooh, coming out swinging."
Look.
I want to hear another banger.
Yeah, the team is online, man. They just text me. They listening. Chucky Smash is listening.
Yeah.
CeeLo the Dice Man is listening. Rollo Square is listening.
Yeah, shout out to y'all.
They invited, man. Brick City welcomes you anytime you want to come through.
Yeah, man. I already told yo Dice. Yo, in my group, Dice is the 1,000-bar man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always trying to cook up a beat. Smash is always trying to do a hook. And CeeLo is 1,000 bars, B. That guy got some mad bars, B. So Dice, I know you listening. I'm bringing you out here, man, so you can tear this mic up, B.
He would have a good time here.
Word. So let's get into another one, man. What do you want to do?
What man, let's y'all gotta play Hardcore featuring Drez.
I was just looking at it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to suggest it. I want to let you
play that. You gotta play that.
Let's get into it. Shout out to Drez, man, for some. I mean, talk about somebody that put work in and is still doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He still has wonderful hair with he's got the gel and he's got the little part going.
All right, Seeks is going to jail. Seeks is going to jail
for shaking his grandma.
Shake the life out of her, poor thing.
He beat his grandmother up. That's all right.
Can't play them joints, I'm telling you.
Someone in the chat room said they ripped their own heart out and took a bite.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
That's dope. That's dope. Definitely hard.
I gotta ask. I don't know if you've been ever asked this. Why Molecule?
Molecules is shit. Is in everything, man. Like back in the day, when I was in high school, they was calling me Marlo. You know, that was my name, Marlo. And then one of my friends just said Molecules. And he's like, yeah, nigga, you in everything. I was like, yeah, that shit just stuck.
All right. Simple enough.
Good. That's a good question. I wanted to know too.
Hey, Q's, man. One thing I like about this album is that you gave them hard tracks, but then you also gave them on this LP the instrumentals.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was your thought process on that? Because
I'm always happy to see that, by the way, because there's definitely a shortage of instrumentals nowadays.
As a fan, now I'm a cop this. And I got my own showbiz beats now. You know what I'm saying? So,
man.
Well, not really.
I got it. Shut up.
You do a little
elaborate on it.
Yeah, you know, you want to give. My thought process was like, you know, I wanted short and to the point. That's why 6 songs. And the DJs like to hear the spitting, but they also would like to scratch.
Of course.
The beats, and then you got MCs that like, I love that beat, but
listen,
I like it, you know.
The instrumentals on this, that's what they'll be used for here, man.
Exactly.
Cats
so
come through the rhyme.
It works for both parties, man. The spitters and the DJs. Right. It works for everybody.
Yeah. More people do that because instrumentals are kind of, you know, since the vinyl days kind of, you know, dried up.
Yeah, man. Salute, man. Salute for doing that.
Let's get into one more. Which one you want to do?
Man, we got to do it with my comrades, man, my team. The Methadone Rap featuring the Legion, Chucky Smash, CeeLo the Dice Man.
All right, here we go. Let's get into it. We'll be back. We might do a little mic representation.
Yeah, man. Let's do it, man.
Listen to the streets first before they listen to rap to consider what's real and what's fake. Right. So there's drugs in the streets. The shit gonna be coming.
Hell's fucked up. Flip the script radio. Keep it locked. Got a couple more minutes for you. Just a couple.
Yeah.
All right. I got going on. It's all right. I got you.
What's going on here?
Yeah. Okay.
Is this happening?
All right.
It might be.
Yeah, let's go. All right. I keep it hard like them triple lifers, watched by snipers. More bars than them jail ciphers. Who cares who don't like us? I'm from the era of BBS rims, yeah, with white piping, and don't care what the price is. Pull that new car off the showroom floor with no license. Yeah, and I had that big ass chain, it was glistening. Had rocks on my fingers and my wristing. Man, boy, you gotta listen, man. Pardon me, I'm CL Smooth and reminiscing. I just went off on a tangent, talking how I'm fly and these haters can't stand it. I'll clog your heart with some meat and give it to you raw since you like having beef. Nah, kids, they can't be my replacement. There's levels to this shit and you standing in the basement. These niggas looking like steak. Pass me a fork, a knife, a big ass plate. I'm kinda hungry, it's time to get full. You looking like a cow when you staring at a bull.
Alright. I like that. No doubt, man. Molecules winning. Dope.
Another round of applause for Molecules. Came all the way from the PX.
PX Stand Up.
Over the cross Bronx. PX Stand Up.
Another Bronx Tale album.
Yeah, it was good stuff, man.
iTunes, all that stuff, man. Cop it. It was really dope album. I love it. I love it.
And he definitely got a lot of history.
Oh, yeah. He says he's coming back with the Legion, man.
Yeah.
Dope.
Shout out to DJ Clips, man, in the chat room.
Yo,
That's
shout out to Clips, man.
Yeah,
big time right there.
G.t.K.
Doing his thing, man.
Shout out to Phil G. And Tales of the Flip.
Philip.
Oh, Philip.
Philip Goldstein, if you need a good attorney.
Phil Harmonic.
He's an ambulance chaser.
Phil Opian.
And you can hear Philip on Tales from the Flip every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't get it twisted. If you're in the West Coast, we on the East Coast with host Phil G, the script keeper. All right, he plays all of our archives, and that's Tales from the Flip. We're Flip the Script, he's Tales from the Flip. All right?
Phil G's in Florida with a tie-dyed yarmulke. He's the only,
yeah.
You guys don't know that the G stands for Gershowitz.
Phil Gershowitz. Damn.
Finkelberger.
What's this right here?
Phil Finkelberger.
That is the UFO break over Blind Alley by the Emotions. Useless knowledge. Shout out to Too Rude in the chat room for his critique of all the music played tonight. It's very valuable. We appreciate it.
Script.
No. I gotta hear that.
I'm sure somebody.
What happened?
What?
What happened? Oh, my mic thing.
Blah, 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 blah. Sing along, y'all. Yeah. Tales from the motherfucking Flip, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for keeping it locked. I gave y'all an extra 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just too fucking kind to you motherfuckers. Big motherfucking salute and shout to the God Night Boogie. You know what I'm saying? Big shout to Curse. Don't be tuning out, y'all. I'm trying to shout y'all dumbasses out. I mean, I'm trying to shout y'all cool motherfuckers out. Why would you be tuning out? Kaheem, living the motherfucking dream, or so it would seem, up in Alaska. The fuck? Yo, how did you end up in motherfucking Alaska? And I ain't talking shit, because I'd rather...